AI-generated content? Really? What can you gain from it?
People are going nuts over this.
Transparency, honesty, and humanism in developing these tools.
This next year will be even more of a huge year for AI.
Watch this video to find out how you can avoid losing the fight to AI and discover what features will help you ride this wave of technology. We'll announce these features at the end of the video. In the meantime, we'll be grateful if you subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. And don't forget to click on the bell so you don't miss any new videos. The term artificial intelligence appeared more than 66 years ago. For decades, it remained almost exclusively as a domain for computer scientists and programmers. But in recent years, AI has become a central component of our daily lives. AI is able to make a diagnosis as accurately as the world's leading medical experts. AI can detect potential terrorist activity by monitoring mobile messaging apps and social media platforms. AI can control risk management and forecast bank revenues. Artificial intelligence systems are already capable of piecing together audio, text, and images. The AI market size is expected to grow from $86.8 billion in 2022 to $407 billion by 2027, at a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of 36.2% during the forecast period. By 2025, the wider adoption of technology will transform many jobs, tasks, and skills. Employers will equally divide tasks between machines and humans, leading to the displacement of more than 85 million jobs. Well, all these figures are real and research is still boiling. But don't rush to exit this video. There's no need to quickly rewrite your CV or cry quietly. We are sure that the following information will inspire you and make you look at AI and its prospects differently. Turn to heroic content. Superheroes in the Subway by Julian van Dieken. Once the artist decided that superheroes can also get tired after a busy day of saving the world.
You know what? Superheroes also have very long days. They save people all the time, so probably after a long day they have to come home somehow. So why not in the subway?
In a few days, Julian's superheroes went viral, and soon the AI community saw other heroes in the subway. You can almost hear the bustle of pedestrians passing and car horns blaring, the pitter-patter of rain, and the sounds of feet pounding against the wet pavement. This is a fictional city by Erik Witsoe.
I invested a lot of time initially trying to figure out how I could get my vision and get the AI to kind of work with that.
Sweet Madrid by Rincón. Using AI, the artist showed how sweet and beautiful his hometown can be. The modern creator must be open to everything. They need to have an open mind to be able to deal with all kinds of impacts and generate content, as well as adapt to new trends. Big and small brands are using more and more AI-generated content and are incredibly happy with it. Nestle's AI project and its reimagined The Milkmaid, a masterpiece created over 360 years ago by Dutch artist Johannes Vermeer. Heinz and its old Draw Ketchup campaign, which the company sought to breathe new life into using AI. Canadian agency Rethink used DALL-E2, which generated dozens of images in seconds in response to queries such as ketchup bottle on table or impressionist drawing of a ketchup bottle. The images, which had a strong resemblance to the iconic Heinz brand, were then used in an advertisement with the tagline, "This is what ketchup looks like to AI." Wunderman Thompson and its AI-generated poker-playing dogs. The team did not have enough stock images or search results. What were all these brands and dozens of others using AI-generated content looking for? Less time to search, smaller budget, more options and versions. That is, once again, you can save and get more for less. Isn't this music to the ears for marketers? But what should creators do then? Does this mean that real artists, photographers, designers, videographers, and painters have to seek happiness elsewhere?
You know, I have a friend that is a graphic designer and he has a lot of fear built around it because he's like, you know, there goes my job.
I think in part he is right. this will happen and already happens. I know of people who say, why should I pay an artist to create concept art, especially concept art, and rough drawings, if I can use it basically for free and get 80% where I want to go. Yeah, like the breaking down of a real economy, the artist economy.
I think that same kind of feeling was present when Photoshop first came out. You know, and the same thing with Lightroom, and the same thing with anything was helping photographers back then were saying, oh my God, there goes my job. I also think that fear that people are feeling is natural, it's normal, it's new technology, it's coming out, and it's coming out fast.
After all, when the following question arises, pay a couple of designers by the hour or brainstorm with AI for a couple of minutes, will they choose the latter? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this? And while you are thinking about your comment, we must admit that artists are happy with the possibilities of AI.
It helps me as an artist to visualize things that I have in my mind. You know, it's like as a photographer, I'm always kind of exploring different perspectives and angles. I'm using different light and different techniques to kind of get what I want out of photography. AI helps draw out my imagination a little bit. And I see things that AI helps me create or that is created through AI that really help me visualize my own creativity.
But the main advantage of artificial intelligence is the speed. The fact that you can have an image in a few seconds. So you can use it to make storyboards, to conceptualize any idea that you have, and afterwards to make them into something real.
The speed in which you can create ideas is astounding. So, for example, the brainstorming session, now you have basically like concept art in real time. And it's not just images, it's also music, it's text.
It ends up being a lot of fun. I inspire myself through it. And that's my main goal with it, is to be inspired and feel creative and continue working at it.
An AI-generated picture won an art prize. Mr. Allen's work, Théâtre d'Opéra Spatial, took home the blue ribbon in the fair's contest for emerging digital artists, making it one of the first AI-generated pieces to win such a prize, and setting off a fierce backlash from artists who accused him of essentially cheating. The New York Times. We talked to the artist to get the inside scoop.
It really is. If you go online right now, people are going nuts over this, and it'll die down eventually, but I did say art is dead, right? But that was taken out of context, okay? What I was saying is, if this isn't artwork, if that's not art, and if I'm not an artist, then art is dead. And AI completions are better than art, because it's obviously art. Like, you can talk about it like art. It gives you an emotion. It evokes emotions like art. You can analyze it like art. You can, I mean, there's nothing about it that says it's not art unless you made it with artificial intelligence tools. Oh, well, now it's definitely not art. I'm sorry. That's just disingenuous to me. Yeah, but I'm glad that we opened the Pandora's box, because I feel like we are lucky as a society that we were able to start this conversation, have this serious conversation about artificial intelligence over something as relatively safe as art, right? It could have been much worse. It could have been, you know, like all of a sudden artificial intelligent robots are killing people on the street. Like, we never knew that this was going to happen. You know, at least it's something not that severe. So we can have this conversation now and discuss how are we going to establish a proper relationship with this technology so that we don't keep repeating these mistakes. If you want to be able to create art, you should have to go to university and struggle and dedicate your life and skill to do that. And that's fine. That's great. But for the 99% of the rest of us, we all have imaginations too. No one has control over your mind and your imagination, right? So like all of the thoughts that we have originate with us. And it's the same for an artist too. So like their thoughts that originate with them They just have an ability to translate those thoughts into form, bringing that vision into form where other people might not. And this technology gives that to you. I don't know why people would be against that. It's like the most powerful form of human freedom of expression that has ever been created. And isn't that kind of what being an artist is all about? Be a little more open-minded. And it's crazy that we're telling artists to be open-minded. They're like the most open-minded people.
While we were preparing this episode, trying to understand all the pros and cons of AI, the hashtag #NoEyeFlashMob swept the world. Independent artists decided to fight against image generators with artificial intelligence. The only thing they want is to break AI algorithms that use works of art without the permission of the authors.
It's not gonna die down anytime soon. It's at the worst point right now. It really is.
So now you know what will keep all creative professionals afloat, even if we have AI-generated content breathing down our necks. What features will allow you to be in maximum demand in your profession? What prospects can be outlined today? Still unclear? AI has no empathy, no thoughts or ideas of its own. AI has algorithms that are getting smarter every day. They help people create new ideas and implement them faster.
So now you can say what you imagine into a machine, and then it comes back with what I call a completion, and it's like, oh wow, that's what I was talking about, but look at this, I didn't think about that. So it gives you more ideas, and so it's like a imagination station, like a self-reinforcing imagination feedback loop. And you just, keep using it and using it.
It's always important to find your emotional connection to the tool.
It's also important to see what advertisers are doing with AI. And that's kind of keeping ahead of the curve and seeing how other people are using this technology to enhance their own work. That's very important.
So, must-have features are your own ideas. Cool, crazy, incredible, creative. AI may someday use your ideas and add its own touch to them, your own recognizable style. People will follow your style, your vision, and AI again will imitate you as it imitates Vermeer or Dali now. Your adaptability and open-mindedness. Do not shy away from technology. Adapt and use it in your creative work. AI is not an enemy, but a friend and partner. So, it's time to not be afraid of losing your job, but start advancing in your career using AI.
I think you should read about it. I think you should learn about what this tool is. It's not going away. It's only going to get better.
My advice is to work hard, to understand it, to practice a lot, to follow creators who have been around longer. And I think that's going to be a great guide, really.
Photographers are still going to do their thing. Digital artists are still going to do their thing. Analog photography is still going to be around. It's not going to change. But what I'm seeing that's interesting is a blend of these techniques. Like I just saw a photographer that is taking his analog work and processing it a bit through AI and coming up with this really totally bizarre creation, which is really cool.
Play. Experiment with the things, because in the playing you will find out stuff you couldn't have found out if you just thought about it. So try these things and reflect on this, because I think it's very important to be aware of what is difficult, what can be dangerous, what can be misused, but also approach it in a constructive way so you can tell others and educate everybody else about the possibilities and limits of the tools.
Is to make things more efficient, make our jobs easier, make tasks that take a long time faster. And you should take advantage of that. So why would you deny yourself power? This technology is available to everyone.
If you don't have the mindset to approach new things fearlessly, you will get left behind in this new world. This will become a problem. Unfortunately, very sure that the discussion here, the public one, will again be fear-dominated and not like the constructivism will not dominate the discussion, I fear. But I wish it would, because if you play with this, as I mentioned before, you know the limits and the opportunities of these technologies much better if you just sit there and say, I don't want this.
Now we're going to focus on how you can expand your capabilities. In the next couple of minutes, you will learn what AI tools you can use in your creative work every day. Deep Dream Generator, one of the most popular AI generators on the market, an online tool that allows you to create realistic images using AI. The neural network uses millions of images. It allows you to choose a desired category, enter whatever it is you want, and offers art based on your requests. Midjourney is an AI art generator from text prompts, parameters, and other images. The tool allows you to use your imagination and collaborate with a machine learning algorithm trained on a huge amount of image data to create unique images. DALL-E 2 is an already mentioned AI image generator with incredible potential. The tool is suitable for creating illustrations, product design, and generating new ideas for business. The simple interface and its unique features will bring pleasure from joint creative work. Wombo Dream is a great AI tool with which you can turn your artwork into NFT art. It requires minimal effort from you and your own work. Speaking of NFT, we have a useful video on our channel that will open up additional opportunities for you. You will see a hint in the corner of the screen. Be sure to watch it. Did you like this episode? In the comments, let us know what else you would like to learn about AI. We promise to make even more interesting and useful videos for you. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. Your support means the world to us. We create for you. You create for the world. See you!